Fermented foods, Tim, you're a huge advocate. I've seen you do your fridge fermented kimchi. You do lots of, you're a huge advocate. You kefir in the morning, you're wonderful. I wonder if we could talk about fermented foods. Just before we were doing a beetroot kvass, and love kind of lactic acid fermentation. I think it's a wonderful thing. And traditionally, my wife is Polish, and when I go stay with her parents, they grow a lot of their own veg, and they will always have a massive, like a 25 kilo tub or litre tub of kabushka or sour cabbage or sauerkraut in the cellar, and they will eat it all year round, and it's always on the table. And then there's fermented or pickled cucumbers, and it's such a part of their life. And originally this was a means of preserving food, whereas nowadays it's a health food. Beyond it meaning food preservation, it's food that brings a variety of microorganisms, which is important for our gut health and our immune system and overall health.
Was that a question? Or was
yeah, but I wonder if we could talk about fermented foods and how much you're an advocate for them.
Well, it sounds like you are as well.
Oh, so I love them.
We're all fermented foodies. No, but yes, I mean, most people, know about yogurt, know about cheese, but I think we need to get more and more people moving to the next level. And once you realize that there's 2 or 3 different species in cheese and yogurts, but if you go to the next level, you're getting 10 to 40 different species in things like real kefir, or at least homemade kefirs, kombuchas with fermented teas. You've got the sauerkrauts you mentioned, which is one of the easiest things to make. I've got some videos out there just showing how super easy, you can do it. It's 5 minutes. You get a cabbage, you chop it up, you put it with some, 2% salt, add a bit of water, add a few seeds, done. And in a week or so, you've got your stuff, which in the fridge will last for 3 months. So people need to learn this, because we used to all know this. A couple of generations ago, this was routine before fridges. Everyone had to store their stuff, and now we throw it away. If we have too much cabbage at the bottom of our drawer, we throw it away. We could conserve this and keep it, and it's super healthy. All the studies are now showing that people who eat regular fermented foods, particularly if you can get above about 3 portions a day, has a real impact on your immune system. And a lot of the studies were bad in the past. They were small, little, tiny studies, but there's now really good ones. And, we're doing a big citizen science project with Zoe, getting about 20,000 people to start eating fermented foods for 3 weeks and see if they can get up to, 5 portions a day of varied ones. And that can include these kombuchas, fruit kefirs, all these things. And people say to me, oh, it's expensive. And it is in the shops expensive, and there are some fakes in the shops. But if you make it yourself, it's incredibly cheap. And it's actually really easy. There's a sort of mindset, oh, I don't want to do bugs. What happens if I get it wrong? I'm going to die. People are reluctant to do this, but all our ancestors did it, and they survived. And I think we should all embrace it. Certainly, I have several portions of fermented food every day, and I'm finding innovative ways of adding it to my cooking all the time. And I think we've got to sort of reverse the clock and look to populations like Poland and Eastern Europe or other countries where a lot of this stuff came from, and start using it again. We've really lost a trick. But luckily, I started talking about this. I remember when my book, The Dark Myth, came out about six or so years ago. Nobody had heard of kefir and kombucha in England, and it's in every supermarket now. So the good thing about our part of the world is we can change how quickly things happen, and we've got a food culture that does shift quickly. So I think we've got a chance there to do good stuff.